FEI World Championships for Juniors and Young Vaulters and the FEI European Championship for Seniors. I'm Joanne Eccles and I will be with you again all day today to enjoy the action as it unfolds here in Flyinge. We will begin with the compulsory tests for the World Championships for Young Vaulters, a very promising class which, after a successful European Championship last year, has drawn many competitors here to vie for the world title. Following the young vaulters, we will see the last of the compulsory tests with the senior squad compulsories. After a short break for lunch, things heat up even more with the technical tests for seniors. It was quite the competition yesterday, and after the first test, barely anything splits the top three senior females. In fact, all three German competitors have a score of 8.3 something, with Alina Ross just ahead of Catherine Meyer and Julia Sophie Wagner. In the male event, Quentin Geib vaulted with finesse to take the top. He has a 0.3 lead over Germany's Yannick Hyland and Thomas Brusewitz. Now, the junior event was no different, packed with talent from beginning to end. Sam dos Santos easily leads the males, the only junior scoring over 8.0 in the compulsory test. In the female class, the lead is anything but clear, as only 0.166 separates the top 10. However, currently Leonie Linsbichler has the lead for Switzerland. The junior squad from Germany topped the table, just ahead of Team Switzerland. Now, those juniors have the day off today to support their nation and prepare for their free tests on Thursday.
The seniors squad, the compulsory for the squads for the seniors, followed them in the afternoon with
So this morning we are continuing with the compulsory tests. It will be the male young vaulters we will see into the arena to begin with, and they will perform compulsory test 2 as per the juniors yesterday.
judging from letter A, Lise from Denmark.
So that is 8 prescribed compulsory test exercises, each judged by the technique judges, making up 75% of the athlete's score. The further 25% will come from the score for the horse. The current European champion for young vaulters, Ruben Delony from France, is now too old to compete within this class. So this class is aged 16 to 21 years old. So the top spot is open for the taking. And it is a very narrow field in this male competition. Only 8 starters from 3 nations. Germany, Hungary and Austria all represented in the young vaulter class. So look out for the first to go, Fabian Lipp. He won the bronze medal at the European Championship last year. His teammate Philippe Clement will come in 6th today. He was the silver medalist from the European Championships last year. And 5th to go today, Bela Lehnen, current junior European champion. He has aged out of that class and now comes in to start in this young vaulter class with a lot of potential to take that top spot for Germany. He has had a very good season this year so far, so all eyes on him as well. And we are just moments away from welcoming in the first of our competitors here at the FEI World Championships for young vaulters. Fabian Lipp, representing Austria. He will be vaulting on top of Enjoy the Moment, lunged by Antonia Baumann. And once again, the vaulting exercises will be specifically assessed using the 5 general criteria, which are the harmony with the horse, first and foremost, body control and posture, the quality of the movement, the balance and flexibility. 8.0 was our top scoring male in the junior class, just for your reference, yesterday morning. Nice start with good energy off the ground into the stem phase of the vault on. Sitting well throughout the male exercise. Good energy up in the swing. A little delay in the turn of the hips at the top of the swing there. Smooth backwards scissor turn. And a nice confident stand. We had some problems with stands throughout the compulsory tests yesterday, particularly in the junior class. Great swing up, just coming into the pike with his center of gravity slightly too far towards the rear of the horse, causing that little bit of a heavy landing, which will incur somewhat of a deduction from the judges. Fabian Lipp representing Austria, a very good start to his World Championship here in Flyinge with Enjoy the Moment and Antonia Baumann. So in that mount exercise, we are looking for the hips to be above the surcingle and then pushing right up into the handstand if possible.
Our second competitor is called Constantine from Hungary.
We'll wait for the scores to begin to filter in from our judges. 8 judges in total, spread throughout the different nations. And now welcoming from Hungary, Karoli Constantine Habsburg Lothringen with Corazon Garan and Benita Julia Goltz.
And we welcome also the horse, Corazon Garan, and the longer Benita Julia Goltz.
Caroli competing in the individual junior class last year at the European Championships in Kapeshwar, finishing in 13th place. And moving into this young vaulter class for this year. 19 years old. Now, once again, excellent jump force from the ground, pushing in towards the stem face, just behind the vertical. For that flag, we like to see a large box position, shoulders almost at the same level as the hips, and arm and leg aligned with the horse's spine. Another good swing up. Still a little bit delayed with the scissor turn and lacking a little bit of height on the backwards scissors. Very nice and gentle in his landing. Nice and smooth as well to finish his compulsory test. Caroli Constantine Habsburg Lothringen representing Hungary.
Thank you, Constantine.
And if you are looking that a little bit more specifically in towards the horse score, 25% of the score from the judges goes towards the horse, and that's split into 3 sections. The first of which is worth 60%, and that is the quality of the canter. 25% will be the vaultability of the horse, and then 15% goes towards the lunging, and that includes the entry, salute, and the trot round. Now it scores for Fabian Lipp 7.170 is his score so far. And the first of our males representing Germany, Philipp Goroncy. And he's going to be competing with Sarah Kraus and Max. Years old. Philip competed at the Young Vaulter European Championship last year, finishing in 4th place. So hopefully looking to improve that score. And Max, his horse, flew out to Omaha for the World Cup finals at the beginning of this year with some other competitors. Again, showing good energy coming up from the ground above the surcingle. Sarah working to make sure Max stays out on the circle. You could see the lunge line a fraction loose just before the beginning of the test, but now much more out on the circle. Nice height and turn a little bit of wide legs on the first part scissors. Excellent hip height through the backwards turn. And a very smooth first part of flank and dismount. Excellent test for Philipp Goroncy from Germany. Looking to get up towards the top of the leaderboard. So in that A1 score for the horse, the judges are looking at the straightness of the horse on the circle, the collection and the connection, the horse's impulsion, as well as its relaxation and the rhythm of the canter. And we're looking for a 3-beat canter. Current score for Karoli Constantine Hasburg Lothringen provisional 6.539. And we move back to Austria. Paul Rutkowski with Shivas 14 and Maria Lehrman. Another vaulter who competed in the junior class at the European Championships in Kaposvar last year, winning the silver medal. Still just 18 years old. But now moving into the young vaulter class. And just slightly less of the stem phase than we saw from Philipp just before. Very smooth forwards scissor exercise. And again, great height in the first part of flank and dismount to the inside. Well presented compulsory test for Paul Rutkowski from Austria. That will certainly get his competition off to a very good start here at the FEI World Championship for young vaulters. So just 18 years old, however, his 19th birth year, and therefore that is why he is in the young vaulter class, having aged out of the junior class. Juniors are only to age 18. Young vaulters can be from 16 till 21. And we have another big name coming into the arena now, representing Germany, Bela Lehnen. Looking for some very high scores here. Bela, the junior European champion from last year, and a vaulter who has moved up into the young vaulter level. He's also competing with the senior squad for Germany later on this morning. Score for his teammate Philip Goroncy that we saw on Max, 7.500, right up there into the lead. And the scores for Max, the horse for Philip, 6.285, 6.230, so slightly lower on the horse score, but we did see that little bit of coming in on the circle and lack of straightness, which will have somewhat affected the horse score for Philip. Excellent vault on, barely giving anything away. Hips moving well through the basic seat. And certainly the best flexibility throughout the mill that we have seen yet this morning. Just a little bit slower on the way down. Forwards scissors, backwards were exceptional. Fantastic compulsory test. Bela Lehnen for Germany, without a doubt, will be swinging himself right up to the top of the scoreboard. Our current junior European champion now in the young vaulter class and looking for that title, it would seem, as well. Superb turn on the way up. Just a fraction of stiffness through his shoulders, having to give the judges just something to take the points away. That was an exceptional start for Bela. Now Paul Rutkowski from Austria. Score has come in at a 7.361. So that is Austria into second place with Paul Rutkowski behind Philip Goroncy of Germany. Philip Clement for Austria currently, however, silver medal at the Young Vaulter European Championship last year. Vaulting with Louis Monhu and Lena Kalcher-Prein. And the young vaulters do their compulsory test today, and then they will complete a technical test, which will be on Thursday for the females and Friday for the males, and then the medals will be presented after the final on Saturday. Philip winning the CBIs both in Shuttlepara and Kapishvar this season. Great energy through the jump phase, straight into the stem phase. His left leg just coming up alongside the right towards the top of the vault on, which will just score him a little lower than the previous competitor. Still, definitely the second best vault on thus far. Once again, very well up through the scissors. Good turn at the top. And very well performed backwards. Super in the first part of flank and dismount. Confident start for Philipp Clement from Austria with Lena Kalker-Prein. Perhaps just going to be coming in behind Bela Lehnen from Germany. Top quality vaulting throughout that program. Bela, however, having scored an 8.330 from the judges this morning.
Coming out now for Germany, Geib.
Some very good scores for Formel 1 as well for Bela Lehnen. Now only 2 competitors remain to go in this competition, 1 for Germany and 1 for Hungary. Jonathan Geib next, competing with a Royal Flash 103 and Sophie Kuhn. Another competitor who was in this young vaulter class last year at the European Championship and finished in 5th at that event. "20 years old, and this year finishing 2nd at the CVI in Grötebrugel and CVI in Ermelo. Different horse combination for Jonathan. This will be his first international start with Royal Flash 103. Royal Flash, a 17-year-old. Part of flank. Finishing up his compulsory test, that was Jonathan Geib representing Germany. We have had a very strong start from all of our German competitors. Jonathan looking to improve that 5th place from the Young Vaulter Championship last year. Score for Philipp Clement for Austria, and he does come in just behind Bela Lehnen from Germany, 8.207 for Austria. Current leader Bela Lehnen of Germany on 8.330. 3rd place so far also for Germany is Philip Goroncy with 7.501. Positive. Jonathan Geib will fill into that third place. There we have Bela's score on your screen. Excellent horse scores. And our final competitor representing Hungary, Máté Bassa, with Corazon Gran and Benita Julia Goltz. Of course, we saw Corazon Gran earlier. Horse scores with the first Hungarian competitor for this horse was a 6.2 and a 6.4. Just for your reference, the horses are scored completely from zero every time they come in. Doesn't matter what has happened up to this point. Máté finishing 7th at the European Championship for Young Vaulter in Kapishvar last year. 2nd place at the CVI Samarin in Slovakia. 21 years old. Working very well with the horse. Harmony being that top criteria for every single exercise. Just lacking some of the flexibility we saw from the other male competitors in the competition so far. Good energy for the forwards turn. Comfortably through the stand. None of our athletes having a problem with their stands this morning. Oftentimes the pressure of the competition just getting to the vaulters, and we do see that step back or tension throughout the standing exercise. Not here though. A lovely compulsory test completed by Máté Bassa for Hungary. Atop Corazon Gran with Benita Julia Goltz. And the score has come in for Jonathan Geib of Germany. 7.354. That is the 5th place so far. Provisional score, and that was our final competitor in the male competition. We will wait for his score before having the complete lineup from this round. However, the leader so far, and unlikely to change, Bela Lehnen takes the top spot for Germany. Incredible compulsory performance from him this morning, 8.331. 2nd place so far, Philippe Clement for Austria, 8.207, and then we have a little bit of a gap. 3rd for Philip Goroncy for Germany, 7.501. And that last result to come in for Máté Bassa from Hungary, 6.719. That takes him into the 7th place in this competition. The technical test will form the second half of round 1.